Hey Mixers, welcome back to another WNBA player props video. I am filming this while the Atlanta Dream Chicago Sky game is being played right now. So we don't know the results yet of today's bets, which were all kind of in the later games, but we will recap the day before. And then I do have a bunch of plays for you in tomorrow's games. So let's go ahead and jump into that. All right, guys. So first, a quick recap of the plays from the other day. I gave you Tiffany Hayes over 7.5 rebounds and assists. She had 10. And then I also gave you Jackie Young over 15.5 points. She only had 14, and honestly, there's no excuse. She took the most shots of anyone on her team, more than Asia, more than anybody. So she should have gotten there for us. She only needed one more bucket, and there were a bunch of heartbreaking shots that just almost went in and just didn't quite get there. So we lost on that one. So 1 in 1 day. That brings our total WNBA record up to 86, 60, and 2. For 58.9%. And then I have the other plays on here that are playing right now and a little bit later tonight, but they won't count towards the best bets anyway, since they're just a lean and 2 alt line plays. Tomorrow, I do have 4 best bets for you, so you are going to have to choose in the comments if you want to be entered into that cash giveaway. Choose 2 of the best bets and comment hashtag in the mix with those 2 best bets. And if they hit, I'll put you in the drawing for that cash giveaway. All right, first we have our thumbnail Natasha Cloud. We're taking her over 9.5 rebounds and assists. And guys, I know that this has gone to 10.5 on a lot of apps, but you can still get it at 9.5 for a regular payout on Boom Fantasy. I am starting to fall in love with this app. Boom Fantasy puts up their lines super early and they don't bump them. They will bump them occasionally, but they don't bump them quickly like these other apps do. And they're willing to give you those normal lines. So I've been taking a lot of bets there and cashing out. So she's over in 3 of 5 games without Stewie, and she does get a small bump in her usage with Stewie off the court. So usually like half an assist and half a rebound more. Sabrina facilitates more when they're playing at home in New York, and Natasha Cloud facilitates more when they're on the road. So she's gone over this line twice against the Wings already with 10 and 11. So it was barely, but she did go over this twice already against this team. I'm going to take her one more time. Also, we have Gabby Williams over 16.5 points rebounds, and she's gone over this 3 times against the Aces so far this season. She doesn't have a great record on the road. She's over in 60% of games in total, and that goes down when she's playing on the road. But she has hit this 3 times head-to-head against the Aces, and this time where she had 30 is the time when they played in Las Vegas. So I like the number. I like that she can go over one line and hook the other line and still go over this number. If it goes to 17.5, I probably would just leave it alone and move on to like Skylar Diggins or NECA, who we will talk about a little bit later in the video. Next, we have Skylar Diggins, her teammate. Now, you might just want to take one or the other, but Skylar Diggins plays better on the road. She's a little bit more aggressive on the road. So I'm taking her over 20.5 points and assists. She's over this line in 79% of away games. But she has not hit this head-to-head against the Aces, except in the away game that they played where they won. So she had 18, 16, and 30. So if this is a low-scoring game where the Storm lose, Skylar's not going to hit this line, but Gabby might be able to hit her line. So I don't know what you guys want to roll with, but I'm going to end up placing bets on both of these ladies. And I'll show you how I'm constructing those bets just so that you know. And then Courtney Williams over 10.5 rebounds and assists. She's over in 64% of away games. So she usually plays a little bit better away, which they are playing at home. She had 13 and 14 in 2 previous games against the Mystics already, and Collier did not play in one of those games. So she was able to get here without Napheesa Collier once against this team already. I don't know who she's going to be assisting to, but hopefully they knock down their shots. I am envisioning a little bit of a lower scoring game here. It could be actually really ugly. So maybe we just stay away from this game. I want to have at least one bet in on it, though. And then I have one more to share with you as well. And that is this lean Shakira Austin over 13.5 points. Her line is 14.5 right now, but it's being bet down. So I would not be surprised to see this at 13.5 tomorrow or just 14 flat. If it gets to 13.5, I'm going to take the over. If it doesn't, then I'll probably just avoid this. But she has terrible hit rates on the road, and she's on the road. but she did have 19 in a home game against Napheesa Collier, like in a game where Napheesa Collier wasn't playing, and Napheesa Collier won't be playing in this game. It's a good spot for her just because of where she scores her points, which is underneath the basket. And with no Napheesa Collier there to make those blocks, I think she has a really good matchup. But the 14.5 line, I don't know. I'd rather just wait because I can see it getting bet down. So we'll see if that drops. And then my last lean here is Nneka Ogwumike over 6.5 rebounds. Obviously, I don't think you should go in on Nneka, Gabby, and Skylar, especially when they could easily lose this game against the Aces and they could all go under. So pick your spots, but this is what I'm seeing. Nneka is in a good rebounding spot. She's over in 50% of her away games. All of her misses on this chart were all blowouts, either a blowout win or a blowout loss, except for this Valkyries game where she had 5, and the Valkyries are a really good rebounding team, especially back then when they had Kayla Thornton. So I like this spot for her. Easy Magbagor plays more at home and rebounds and scores points more at home. And then Nneka is more the primary focus on the road. And that's probably just due to the fact that the Storm are trying to catch up and playing more to win these games. They're higher scoring games, so Nneka's just naturally going to see more playing time. So if we look at the best bet summary, let me explain how I'm putting these bets together. I'm going to take Gabby with Natasha or Courtney, and then I'll take Skylar with the other player that I didn't take. So I'm going to do two-mans today. And then I haven't bet either of these leans yet. I might not bet the leans. I don't know. I'm just going to keep my eye on them. But let's do the recap. Natasha Cloud over 9.5 rebounds and assists. Skylar Diggins over 20.5 points and assists. Gabby Williams over 16.5 points and rebounds. And Courtney Williams over 10.5 rebounds and assists. And then my leans, Shakira Austin over 13.5 points if it drops down to that by tomorrow. And then Nneka Ogwumike over 6.5 rebounds. She just rebounds better on the road and gets more playing time. So we'll just see what happens here. I do think Asia's rebound line at 10.5 is kind of high, but she did go over that in her last matchup with the Storm. So I may be going under on Asia's rebounds as well. That's also something to keep in mind. If you are new around here, please like and subscribe. I appreciate all the free little things you can do for me because my picks will always be free to you, no matter how big this channel gets. Also, I'd love to give away some free cash to you. So just make sure you subscribe, like the video, and comment hashtag in the mix. Choose 2 of our 4 best bets to hit. And if they do, you'll be entered into a drawing for that cash giveaway. All right, thanks, guys.